Welcome to the Action and Radio Sailing Television. I'm Chuck LeMahieu. We started early this morning, so we are just trying to play catch up, and we are now at the start of race 11A. Thanks for joining us with the action. We're still getting our cameras set up, and we hope to have everything going for you. But we are at the start of race 11A. And as soon as we can get our multiple cameras set up, we will bring you more action up close. Thanks for joining us this morning. You can follow along with the scoring at home. So we have the heat starting. Big battle here between 112, 93, and 71 for the top spot. Wind filled in a little this morning here at San Diego, so we are joining the live action. Your race leaders right now are 93 John Eby and Mark Gullison. Winds about 7 to 8 knots out of the south, or out of the west. So we got a nice fresh breeze this morning already. Picked up, looks like it's going to be a beautiful day of racing here. Looks like John Eby is going to cross Mark Gullison on starboard. The entire fleet snipping at their heels. So we head to the first windward mark. Your race leader, John Eby, first round, followed quickly by Mark Gullison in 55. Looks like Roy Langboard in USA 70. They're both around the offset, pretty far ahead of the fleet. Jess Atkinson in 56, followed by Stephen Cohen in 28. Barry Donaher in 27. Gary Bull in 71. Craig Mackey in 29, coming around the offset. Wind's right now about 5 knots out of the west. Beautiful weather here. Steve Landau in second place, rounds in about 9th. But back to the front of the race, John Eby's got a nice lead. He's away from the fleet, so he's got some clear air. So we're heading the first downwind leg of race 11A. John Eby still leads the way. Looks like he's going to take the inside mark. Mark Gullison in second in the 55 boat. 70 and 156, and then the entire rest of the fleet is spread out across the race course. John Eby heads to the far shore. Looks like the first 3 boats around did the same thing. It's going to be also Mark Gullison, Roy Langboard in 70, Jess Atkinson, Fleet's splitting up now a little bit, but John Eby's got clear air ahead, tacking in front of the fleet.
Up for that. Swap the iPhone. Come on, swap the iPhone for that. I'll hold it. Yeah, the cable's bad. I tried my camera. It will fine.
Hey.
Higher, a little bit higher than. Actually, I move it closer. Automatically connect once. Yeah.
John Eby in 93 still has the lead. Battling it out with Mark Gollison. Got about 6 boats battling it out for the other places. This is promotion relegation. We're in heat 11A. Thanks for joining Radio Sailing TV. We apologize for the early start. The Grace Committee, the breeze filled in suddenly, and we'll do that. Wow, what a what an angle to the mark there by Jess Atkinson. Takes over the lead. He has been sailing great in his V8. John Eby in his Fusion is following up, chasing him down, both from North Bay Model Yacht Club up at San Francisco. Mark Gollison in 55, right on their heels again. Stephen Cohen back up in the A fleet. In 28 boat, Craig Mackey, longtime Oceanside resident and sailor here in San Diego, and 29. Kelly Martin, the legendary Kelly Martin, 77, from Washington. Barry Donaher, who is from Australia, Park City, Utah. Roy Langford from New York. Gary Bowl from Richmond, California. 43, Dennis Rogers, another local San Diego resident. The battle for first place as we take a look at the standings. We'll get you updated standings, but going into race 10, John Eby leads Steve Landau by 5.5 points. Just behind them is Gary Bowl in 37 and Mark Gollison in 38. So depending on, we do get a throwout every, I think in race 12 we'll have another throwout coming, get a third discard. Right now there's 2 discards, so you can see them in parentheses on your screen. Got some tight action here on the final day of racing at San Diego for the IOM Midwinter Regatta. As we go for the final beat, looks like Jess Atkinson headed inside with Stephen Cohen. John Eby, Mark Gollison headed to the outside far shore. So Not much in it right now. It's hard to tell who's going to get that advantage. As we're here in race 11 Alpha. John Eby now clear ahead, takes the lead over again. Quick change of fortune once again at the model yacht pond. It's easy to blow a lead, hard to keep it. But John's been sailing great the last couple days. That's why he's taking over the lead. He's got his fusion tuned up nicely. Mark Gullison starting to get back in the groove of things in the 55 boat. Looks like Jess Atkinson in 156 trying to find a little something underneath. Along with Craig Mackey. So your top three boats are John Eby in 93, Mark Gullison in 55, Jess Atkinson in 56. Stephen Cohen holding on to third place, crossing Craig Mackey on port there. Or fourth place, I apologize. And we're heading to the red marks today for the finish. We'll get some of our other cameras worked in here as we may take a break after this race to get our other stuff set up. From commentary, we'll leave you with the live camera shot though, so you can follow along at home. And don't forget you can follow along at home for the with the scoring app that we made available through Sailing Today, thanks to Harry Drunt and his team.
Swap it out with the phone.
Just give me 1 second. So we head to the finish, or Heat 11A. Pretty close between Eby and Gullison to cross the line. We'll get a finish line camera set up here before the end of the afternoon. We're having some distance issues with our wireless, but it looks like it's going to be very close between Jess Atkinson and Eby, almost a photo finish. Tough to tell who won that. We will get you updated standings after this race, and we appreciate you staying with us today. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, and make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook channel. You can also follow us on Vimeo, all under Radio Sailing TV. Getting ready for race 12 Charlie. More commentary in a minute.
or is it on a?
Streaming live on YouTube.
Okay. And what's it under? Under
Radio
sailing
sailing
TV?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually paid attention to that. Oh, cool. I'll look it up. Yeah, that's great. That's really good. Did you guys just start doing? Have you been doing it, or you're kind of
Well, the
beginning?
main guy that's doing it is from Texas, and he did one regatta about a month ago.
Uh-huh.
And this is the first time we've done it on a big regatta like this. And he's got, see that tripod there and that white box
Yeah.
sitting on
Yeah.
top? So that's the device that speaks to the camera that's down by the rowboat.
Oh, okay.
This camera, and that camera.
Oh, awesome.
And it all feeds into his computer. And then he's just like a broadcaster. He commentating live.
Awesome.
And then all he has to do is catch the screen and drag. He's got the 3 camera pictures on
So
the
you can
left.
decide which one goes on.
Just drags it into the center one and boom, cuts to that view.
That's awesome.
So it's pretty cool.
So you gonna be up for doing it for race week when they have race week?
I think so. I mean,
I think it's a couple of years here.
he's going to London in about a month to do the regatta. So.
Awesome. That's cool. That is really cool.
He's not getting paid for this. He's just doing it just to keep radio sailing. More popular.
Yeah. Oh, if he sticks with it, the AYA might. They kick money in for strange things. I mean, not because it's strange. I mean, they do throw money out every once in a while.
Who is it?
The AMYA,
Oh, yeah.
I know when we had race, or actually, if you have it's not every regatta. Maybe it's only national class regattas right there. But if you write a report, they'll give you a little bit of money to like supplement the thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
Chuck LeMahieu as we get back to live action. Apologize for the commentary. We're getting something pretty cool set up for you guys. It's called, for the first time ever, we're going to try to get you a new kind of shot, as we are going to always try to do on HDTV, or RS Radio Sailing TV. As we are on the clock for race 12C. Thanks for joining the action. And it looks like the races are off. Nice clean start. Very first time we're going to bring you our wire cam action. It's a little bit shaky. Looks like your race leader right now is Bill Bridge. Also 71 Gary Bull and 59 Glenn Murray are making good headway over there on the far side. A bunch of boats coming inside, including Peter Huttermeyer. Apologize for that. Hey Bob, go move that chair. Somebody didn't kill themselves.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that, folks.
Actually, yeah, put a chair there. People can see the chair.
No, they'll kill themselves. We don't want that to happen. But we just brought you our very first shot from our wire cam, so I hope you enjoyed that. It's a little, wind shakes it around a little bit. We'll have to figure out how to get that solved, but we appreciate you staying with our shot there. We are in race 12C. I will be updating the live scoring here in a moment. So Going on the mark, Bill Bridge in his V7 first round. Looks like Stan Wallace in 69 and Gary Bull are also there in second and third. It's a B heat race, so the top 6 boats will promote, bottom 6 will relegate. We are in race 12B. Go back to our cool wire cam here, see if we can get you a nice shot of that for race 12B. Just move down the course with the boats. It's a little shaky.
No, and I think the lens is too wide. It's not. It's too wide too, so you can't really. Yeah. And then the lens is too wide. You can't really see the movement. Maybe we should zoom in with some. Is there a way the phone zoom in the phone? The iPhone. We could drag it a little bit.
Boat's fleet splits nicely, actually, almost right down the middle. Bill Bridge still leading in his V7.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back to the action. Thanks for trying to get everything set up here for the. Let's get another shot to the wire cam here. See as we move down the course. To my knowledge, this is the first time we've used a wire cam for radio sailing TV. Yeah, if we go a little slower. Doesn't shake so much. We're experimental, but it's kind of a cool shot. Bill Bridge still in the lead, but it looks like Chris Sullivan's made some nice progress there. Get you back to our
That's like.
other video. USA 62, Chris Sullivan.
Do we have any stakes for this? Are there any stakes for this canopy?
Chuck, that steak?
Gary Bull trying to get back up into the A fleet. Chris Sullivan getting a nice angle there to the second leg of race 12B. First around the windward mark. Wind's picking up quite a bit out here in San Diego. It's now up to about 10 knots, so it's getting a little shifty. Peter Hudemeyer cuts in front of Gary Bull at the mark there, and so Peter Hudemeyer in 171 is second, Gary Bull in third. Looks like Joe D'Amico from Washington. Also followed by Stan Wallace from Australia and the Bahamas, erstwhile. Big lead now by Bill Bridge and the 89 boat. We are tabulating the scores right now for race 11 on the app. We're trying to join your race leader, Bill Bridge, on the wire cam. Or, I'm sorry, your race leader, Chris Sullivan, taking off, just escaping downwind. 171 and 71, Gary Bull and Peter Hudemeyer going neck and neck. So we go back to our finish line, our start finish cam, our finish line, our start cam, get the boats going around windward. Chris Sullivan, big lead now in 62. Looks like he's going to promote up easily into the 8th fleet. We're on the final beat of the windward leg for race 12 Bravo. Give one more shot to our new wire cam. It's fun to play with toys. Now we're going to try to play with that a little bit more. We just wanted to get you that shot so you could see what it looks like. We're back to our start finish cam. We're going to head up the course with our prime camera here. Catch a nice picture there of Chris Sullivan and his Britpop 62. Got about a 20 boat length lead over Peter Hudemeyer and Gary Bull. Top 3 boats right there to promote the A fleet. The remaining boats right there now have some separation as well. That's going to be Stan Wallace in 89. Bill Bridge still hanging on. I'm sorry, 69. Bill Bridge is in 89. And Joe D'Amico in 32. Right now, those look to be the top 6 boats that'll promote up into the Heat 12A.
Yeah, we are, Peter.
Larry Grant, though, in the 85 boat, making some headway over there on the far shore. Larry's a wily veteran of San Diego. So we come up here to the finish. Chris Sullivan finishing in first, followed by Peter Hudemeyer, Gary Bull, Bill Bridge in 4th. Looks like Stan Wallace is going to get in there just ahead of Larry Grant, and Joe D'Amico should round out your top 6 boats that are promoting to race 12A. Thanks for joining the coverage here at Radio Sailing TV. This is Chuck LeMahieu, along with Chris Beckwith. Steve Carson, Tim Ho is our crew today. We will be working today to get you some very cool shots, unique coverage of this event. We appreciate you following the racing with us. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. This is our inaugural event, so we've been working out kinks and trying to get some shots in there. We've got some cool stuff working, like the wire cam. We also have get some drone shots up here later, hopefully, and get you excellent coverage of the racing. Right now we're working on updating the scoring on the live scoring app. And as soon as we get that, you should be able to follow that link at home and get a nice
So the question is, do I tack and let you go, or do I try ahead of you?
So we are having the boats queue up for race 12A.
Yeah, I think that probably work better. It's smaller and it's not windy. But it's okay. It's first time using it. Good experience.
We do have a start line cam. We're trying to get, every time there's a lot of people around it though, it seems to interfere with the wireless connection. So we're going to try to work on that as we go along here again this afternoon. It's been a bit of a challenge. We appreciate you staying tuned. We'll try to get you some shots as good as we can.
I try to find that software. It's on switch go, switch go. iPhone? Yeah, maybe. Wait. Oh yeah, maybe.
So we're in the final start sequence here for race 12A. I'm Chuck LeMahieu with Radio Sailing Television. And the boats are off. Looks like we got a clean start. Bill Bridge managed to looks like he was trying to cross on port, but didn't quite manage to do it.
I have my iPad. I need a phone. I guess I could use. Oh, I have some iPad. I heard the microphones there.
We are off for the beginning of race.
Lights and yeah. Oh yeah.
On a gimbal, and the gimbal I can mount, and I can
Oh, that's
control
good,
the
dude.
gimbal remotely.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. No, you have to be there. So.
Yeah. This lets you take control of the remote camera though and zoom with it too.
It's cool.
Giving our wire cam shot here.
Yeah, it's good.
Your race leader is again John Eby off to a good start along with Gary Bull.
Let's just go.
Steve Landau back up in the leader. So your top three race leaders are Gary Bull, Steve Landau in 112, John Eby in 93. Oh, a bit of an incident out there between Bill Bridge and Craig Mackey and Stephen Cohen. But now looks like Gary Bull has gotten a nice piece of wind there. Eby getting lifted up to the mark. So we go around the first windward mark in race 12A. Looks like John Eby's first round with Gary Bull nipping at his heels in 71. Mark Gollison in 55. Dennis Rogers, wow, got through there in nice order in 43. Looks like Joe D'Amico in the 32 boat. Steve Landau and Craig Mackey and Jess Atkinson all rounding together. John Amala and the 2 boat. But your race leaders are Gary Bull and John Eby. They got pretty good separation on everybody. They got a nice battle going there for first place. Eby catching a little extra puff there on the inside, rolling over the top of Gary. Go back to our wire cam shot here.
Oh, yeah, it's cheaper. It's expensive.
Make it the 14-day trial one and look at it.
I would do it for like $29, but $39. So it's just a software thing.
Sorry about that. We'll try to get you better action here. As they go around the first downwind mark, Eby takes the lead over Gary Bull in 71, followed by Mark Gullison in 55, 43 Dennis Rogers, Joe D'Amico in the 32 boat. Everybody so far has gone to the outside. Jess Atkinson taking the inside, seeing what he can get there. Nice wind's freshening up a little bit. It's out of the southwest, southwest, so it's a little bit favored on the far side. So most of the boats are going to split off to the far shore on your camera.
Do you have to pay that thing?
No.
That one?
The future go is free.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Once again, Eby managing to get a little separation at the front of the fleet.
Or you could put those things, video, camera, front cut. Yeah. I'm gonna try it.
So your top 3 boats right now are John Eby in 93, Gary Bull in 71, Mark Gullison in 55, Dennis Rogers in 43. Steve Landau's climbing back up to try to get back up to the leaders. See if he can keep keep Eby from getting too much separation from him in the score to keep it close here at the end. We started racing a little early, so we're hoping to get some races in here today, maybe a couple extra races in here today for you. Probably started, PRO Freddie Roca started about an hour early today, so.
No, it's 10 o'clock.
John Eby looks like he's first around, followed by Gary Bull. Still a good race for first. Mark Gullison right behind him. Mark is in fourth, so we'll have updated standings here for you in a little bit.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, good.
Not these, I have a different one.
Fishing boat? Kayak is that? One of like sailboats. Like the same thing as being sailboats.
Sorry about hitting you earlier. I just couldn't see the boat.
As soon as we can get our connection to our laptop, we will update the scoring for you. We've put down on social media that you can find the link for the live scoring yourself. We are now updated through race 11. Looks like Eby's really taking over this regatta. He's got a little separation now between Steve Landau, Mark Gullison are 1 point apart.
I do most of like social media and official marketing stuff, so that's just part of
Oh,
what I do. I did stuff for there's a UCSD that aluminum sponsors that.
See Eby coming in your picture there at our start cam.
My wife works for Illumina.
Oh, that's
She does social media.
Oh, so.
So John Eby rounds first. Gary Bull about 5 boat lengths back in second. Mark Gullison comes to the inside, trying to find something, get a little separation. Doesn't have much down there though, as the wind kind of dies on him. Looks like Eby and Gary Bull are getting a little separation there. Here is a Radio Sailing TV wire cam. Once again bringing you innovation. So we followed the race leaders up the course. John Eby holding on to the lead over Gary Bull by about 7. He stretched it out to about 7 boat lengths now in clear air. Mark Gullison in 55 in third. Craig Mackey solidly in fourth. And then battling it out for 5th and 6th is Joe D'Amico and Dennis Rogers. There's a nice shot of Joe D'Amico's boat. We come to the finish of race 12A. John Eby gets an easy win, stretching out his lead. Looks like Gary Bull's going to also get a pretty easy finish here at second place. Mark Gollison cruising in on third place in the 55 boat. Battle's tightening up behind him though. So your top three boats in the A fleet are John Eby in 93, Gary Bull in 71 so far. Mark Gullison's already finished in 55. Looks like Craig Mackey's going to cross in fourth. Wind's a little shifty down there at the finish line, so it's a little bit of a roll of the dice. Looks like Dennis Rogers is going to cruise across in fifth in the 43 boat. Then Kelly Martin from Washington in 77, crossing in sixth.
Try the other camera there, somewhere. Can you try the other camera? See if it works? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Go. You have to remove one of those. Yeah.
Why can't I remove
You
it?
have to remove one of those first. You have to click on down there and remove it. No, remember, click down there and remove.
Won't let me do it.
Oh, it's in program, that's why.
Is it?
I think it's in program.
Oh. No, that's this.
Okay.
I apologize, folks. We're going to get you updated scoring here as we head to race 13 Charlie. We're going to take a little break, and we will be right back with the action at Radio Sailing TV. Thanks for joining us for the action here at the IOM Midwinders in San Diego, California. And we have continuing live coverage of this event. It's Chuck LeMahieu back live on Radio Sailing TV, the IOM MW winners. We join race 13C already in progress. We are getting the live scoring app updated, so we will get you updated scores for last race 12A. Can tell you we do have an update after race 11. You can see that John Eby has stretched out his lead. He's now at 27.5 points. Steve Landau is at 40 points. Mark Gullison's at 41. And this is after 11 races and 2 discards. Craig Mackey's at 45, moved up into 4th. Gary Bowles dropped all the way down to 5th. Stan Wallace is in 6th with 56. Kelly Martin's 59 points. And 8th is Barry Donaher. 9th place, Roy Langboard in the 70 boat, and Jess Atkinson is in 10th. So good action here today at the IOM Midwinter Regatta. We will have the scores for race 12 updated here momentarily as we enter them into the live scoring app. Thanks for being patient with that. We're going to get that URL and get that as a graphic up here on the screen so you can check that out yourself.
looking too. Really?
You can see live scores here as we bring you live coverage from San Diego, California for the IOM Midwinters. We're in race 13 Charlie. Working on getting the scoring updated here for you for race 12. Get you the scores here momentarily.